Definitely a sick thing. The internet is a good thing for music. Streaming is a good thing for music. Being able to I got fans in countries I've never been to.
It's the long hair that gets me. Like it's
What do you do? Do you put it on the outside or do you put it on the front?
Yeah,
You just put it over.
But we had this debate with Soiree. Like he had like the
How I hear the best,
right into the mind.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
into the third eye.
Exactly.
Raising
Third
that
ear, dude.
vibration.
Unlock that chakra.
That's fucking mad.
All right, let's introduce on that. note.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back to Fresh and Zesty, guys. #1 music podcast in Australia
Facts.
and the world, where we give you the tips and tricks to get famous.
Yeah.
All right? Make sure you like and subscribe. Today,
Hit that like button, please. And also, I got a beef to pick with people that are watching this. We have like a 99% rate of people who are watching these videos who are not subscribed. Only 1% of the people that are subscribed are watching it. So if you are one of those 99%ers, hit that subscribe button.
yeah, just give us
Please.
some love. Love it.
You guys
Yes.
got that inbound going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Convert.
Yeah.
Convert.
On that note, this is our guest today, Mr. TIMI Temple himself, snack lord of the era. Yeah, got the rose. Excellent,
Queen
excellent.
Rave.
Yeah,
Thank you
love
for
it,
preparing
love
that
it.
one.
Royal as hell. Welcome, man. Thank you for coming on. Pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, lads.
Yeah. So we were talking before, you've recently got ripped,
Yeah.
as in not like ripped a cone,
Smoking
but
a
as
bunch
in
of
like
cones.
super jacked recently.
Yeah, definitely. Super jacked.
So what inspired that?
Just being single and
All that cardio.
Is that why?
right arm cardio.
Is that why you have the nails?
That's why I have the nails done. I mean, I'm not doing it with the lights on. That's a bit weird. Look straight back at the snake. That's not a vibe. Lights off or dim.
So are they glow in the dark nails then?
Yeah, that's right. That's a good thing.
Do
I
the
might
sleep
do
while you
that.
sit on
Hey,
it as
yeah.
well.
That's going to be a cool thing. You'll see that soon at the TIMI Temple show, I reckon. Not the jerking part, but the glow in the dark nails.
Yeah, that'd be hectic on stage.
You just like
On
you
guitar.
sneak in
Yeah.
you sneak into Timmy's like house and you just see these like little green things moving in the air. You're like, I'll be back, Timmy.
I'm leaving suddenly. Yeah, look, I mean,
We're just shooting shit basically.
Yeah.
There's no system to this. So like, tell us a story, do whatever you
I
like.
can shoot it straight back, no
yeah,
problem.
I love. One thing I wanted to like touch on with you is like you do so much DIY stuff with your music, which I love.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, because I mean, like how long have I known you for now? Like
Forever. And
3-4 years, I reckon.
a minute. Oh, surely longer, but yeah, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. And like, yeah, since the very beginning, you've always been so DIY. One thing I wanted to like touch on for like all our non-subscribers, but viewers.
And this is the third attempt of us trying to speak to you as well.
Pre-converts.
Yeah, the pre-converts, which will obviously convert after today.
After this one.
Clearly. Can you like, how is that? Like, how much time do you have to spend like post the song or like around the song doing all the extra shit?
Doing stuff. Just forever, to be honest. I feel like when you love doing it, there's no stopwatch. You just do it. And when I'm not doing it, I'm thinking about doing it, which means I end up just doing it again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's just an all day, everyday thing. And sometimes, it's not necessarily about music. Sometimes it's about, for instance, at the moment, I'm doing a paint project where I'm painting a hell big canvas.
Yeah.
Just come a little bit closer to the mic, sorry. Make love to it. Sorry.
Bonjour.
Otherwise, we'll be super loud. And
That's okay.
we're
My
really-
voice will sound nice and low now. So I'm painting this canvas, a hell big canvas.
He's going to take me for a
With
run on the
snakes.
mic.
Yeah, honestly.
So Snakes and Ladders is the next single coming out.
Beautiful.
And I'm painting a hell big Snakes and Ladders board game thing on a
That's awesome.
canvas.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
so
a 30 by 30 canvas.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I do that and it's fun, it's creative, it's art, it's DIY, but it pertains to TIMI Temple.
Yeah.
So it's even though I'm not doing music stuff or direct promotional marketing BS or responding to people on Instagram, it's still got to do with my
for sure.
project. So I'm always doing things like that. For instance,
You did
this morning. Yeah, go.
You did the toilet paper thing as well.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
did the toilet paper
Cam
thing.
told us that. So
Yeah.
you sold a toilet.
That's
So
a-
anyone who hasn't seen the videos, this gentleman sold a. Obviously, toilet paper is a very hot commodity at the moment with COVID happening,
Was strong, yeah.
and
very strong.
Mind you, I did it first. I did it early.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
like,
he was on
not
the
like
first
4
round.
months late. Yeah.
yeah, it's
That was a
sold
day one
roll.
toilet paper. Yeah.
so-
Timmy toilet paper.
That's
Timmy
so
toilet
good.
paper.
So
How much
good.
was? You saw like it was like
$100
$100.
bucks,
$100
yeah.
bucks for one roll.
Yeah, I think the person who bought it, actually, I've never even heard from them again. It was a random fan from Melbourne, and their message was that their roommate had stolen their toilet paper, and so they bought it. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was just a hell troll. Yeah, it was a late night purchase as well. Like I think it came in after midnight, so
Man.
they might have been cooked when they did it.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
That's so good.
yeah. But I
No,
haven't heard
that's
from
awesome.
them. It's crazy. Hey, like I'd expect some sort of trolls or memes or something to come back from it, but they were just like, dope, love it, and that
I
was it.
wonder if they
Yeah.
actually just did use it. Like-
I would use it. I reckon. The snakes weren't my best painting, so
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. That's yeah.
no, but that's
That was
yeah. So
killer.
it's DIY, it's random, but I guess like anything that comes to my brain, I execute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I try to give it a crack, because you never know when an idea is gonna be sick or crap. I don't know. Are we
No
swearing
pun
on this? Are we
No,
swearing
yeah,
on
yeah,
this?
swear. Let's go for it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because crap is.
Is crap a swear word?
Crap is. I don't know. Well, no, I was gonna say a different swear word.
Yeah.
Starting with S-H-I-T.
I didn't say shit.
No, I'm not gonna.
Well, Stacey
I'm
won't
gonna
swear
keep
at
this
all, except for the
PG.
C word.
PG.
I'm gonna keep it PG. Practice
Practice.
makes PG. And so this morning, for instance, this is some like hot press. I'm gonna do something that's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what it is, probably,
No.
but it will be a record attempt of some sort.
Hectic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like Guinness World
Yeah,
style.
like that. But that's
Awesome.
it. I can't.
Okay. All
I
right.
cannot even touch on that more. But
Furious
what I was
masturbation
doing.
with glow in the dark nails.
Exact. Damn it.
I said not to ask any more
Yeah,
questions.
that's what I was practicing all
I'll
this morning.
speculate.
I was like, how long can you hold it?
Build a callus. Build a callus.
Zoom in on these ones, dude. So,
Oh, okay, no.
no, so this morning I was flying a drone. I got a drone, like a video drone
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
to fly. And yeah, so obviously it was fun, but at the same time it had a purpose, which is going to be to film this
This thing.
thing. You know what I mean? This record attempt of me
Hectic.
checking it.
Furious masturbation.
Yeah.
Aerial shot.
Night vision camera on the bad boy.
So good.
I wonder if you can get night vision in blue. You know how my shit's blue? Everything's blue.
No, well, I mean,
It's green,
That'd
obviously.
be mad. It's green.
I've never even seen real
Surely you
life.
can.
I've
Hold
never
on.
seen real life night vision.
I have.
you have?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I
Really?
actually bought like some fake night vision goggles,
No shit.
and it was green, and it was mad.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really cool.
I want some blue ones.
Yeah, I
That'd be
think the
dope.
reason why they have it green is our eyes see green the best.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
Really? Interesting.
good branding on your shirts then, eh? Killing.
Yeah, we want to make sure that you can
Zing.
always see it in the dark.
Zing zing.
Oh,
Bro, he can do that so impressively. Like, all the
speaking of jacked. Yeah.
You know, bench press was kind to me in COVID.
The picture.
So the OnlyFans picture that we used, I
Yes.
sent that to everybody. Like everybody I know, I sent that picture. And I was like, look how cool this is.
I would pay for your OnlyFans. For
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, thank you,
Guaranteed.
man. Appreciate it. So we had Soiree on before,
Mm.
and he was like, "Yeah, man, like people like your type. Like
Yeah.
people would love. There's a lot of people." I was
Very
like, "Okay."
niche.
He's like, "So
Really?
just pour honey on you."
It's called Big Bear or some shit. Yeah,
Yeah, it's bears.
Get it.
Yeah, we're
Big
bears.
bears? That's the thing?
It is.
Yeah,
So you're a big bear.
I'm a bear.
I feel like that'd be pretty niche
Well, I mean, I'm
as
not
well.
a bear, but my
He's a bear.
That's your branding.
it's actually my nickname as well.
Oh, in the scene. In the scene.
Love it. I'm all about it. Yeah. So when is this single coming out? Snakes and Ladders.
Snakes and Ladders. So most likely 31st of July. If not, it'll be like the week after that,
Yeah.
the Friday after that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very, very looking forward
Yeah.
to releasing music again. I was like,
Did you
Have you
like, a
released
hiatus?
anything during?
I didn't
COVID?
have a hiatus. I put out a song,
Yeah.
Far Far Fading,
Yeah.
in April. So it
Okay.
was kind of like right in the middle of all of
Yeah.
this thing. But
Did it interrupt your release schedule?
nah, like, because I just got carried away with this DIY thing I was doing where I every week made a new music video.
Yeah, you did.
And
The synth one was the best.
yeah,
what was
yeah.
it?
So every week after the release of Far Far Fading, I put out like a music video and alternate universe version of the song. So for instance,
Wow.
like the song's indie rock or whatever you describe my stuff as, surf. And so the first week I put out like a jazz video, music video with a jazz version of the song. So which I just re-recorded and did the whole thing. And I wore a suit and all that. And
Was that the
and
crooner one?
yeah, it was a crooner one. Yeah, had a hat, and
Right.
little top hat and shit. It was cute. Then second week, what was second week? Was that synth week? Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
synth week was
yeah.
second week. So I did like an 80s vaporwave, not vaporwave, synthwave.
Yeah, synthwave. Yeah.
Synthwave sort of vibe, and then third week was country,
Yeah.
was the Country Bumpkins yeehaw version, and then heavy metal on. Yeah, so I just
Yeah.
spent, I don't know, and then all of a sudden I was like, shit, I haven't done any real work. I've just made memes for a
That
living.
was really cool though.
No, they
like,
went well. Yeah, it was fun for me too.
Yeah, 100%. There's something different.
Yeah, during ISO to have something like, you know, that I kind of gave myself every single week. I had to have a new song, video,
Yeah.
deadline. It meant that I had shit to work towards,
Yeah,
as
for sure.
opposed to just meandering and then getting lost and then freaking out, which
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people do online. They're just like, I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to cut back, and then 4 weeks later they're pulling their hair out. It's like you shouldn't have done nothing. Yeah.
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 Isn't that funny though?
Do
Like it
something.
shows like as soon as everything doesn't go to plan, people just they shit themselves.
Freak out. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think COVID's been a very interesting human experiment just to view. You know, like how some people have like.
New
I've-
conspiracy theory.
Well, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Well, even
Oh,
on
boy.
social media, I had to block myself off Facebook entirely.
Thought
'cause
you were
I
going
was-
to say you had to block yourself.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what you
a-
should do.
No, you think about it. Like when it first happened, first it was like because of 5G, and then it was
Yeah.
because of fucking what else? Like the super elite. Then it was something to do with vaccine and chipping, and it's like, all right, guys. I imagine being that person who has just been like preaching hard and like, you know, people going like commenting like, dude, just shut up for a second. And you're like, you're blind, and then 4 months later, it's like, oh, I was wrong.
Yeah.
That'd
That's
be
it.
so embarrassing. So embarrassing.
They
So I
they just believe wrong timing though. They're like, no, it's still going to happen. It's just not yet.
Yeah, because I have one girl that I worked with. I left the job, but I had to mute her entirely because it was constant about the return of Satan, and it's like this is the happening. You guys are blind.
That's what they reckon about the pay pass crap, eh? They were worried about like people getting rid of coins or something like
Yeah.
that. No cashless society, and then everyone's going to have cards and chips and shit in their
Yeah.
wrists. Yeah.
That's
I'm
the biggest
for it.
thing.
Let's go. Put my pay pass in my thing. You know,
Yeah.
can't lose your wrist. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, it being a whole
People's
new thing
hands
about
just
Just
robbing.
getting chopped
Yeah.
off. You wear, yeah.
Yeah.
A collection of hands around your neck. That's your pay.
Who am I using today?
Actually, whoa,
Jerry's
what
got cash today. It's Tuesday. Bam.
What would, what would happen? Like, think about that. When you can't rob someone of their money, it's like, give me your right hand. Like,
Chop. Well, it takes a lot longer to do that, I reckon. So, yeah, you have to be a prepared criminal.
Until we have lightsabers.
Yeah. Oh, true.
oh, true.
Yeah.
I'd be keen.
Yes.
A blue one.
I'd be. I think I'd be orange.
That's
Orange
gangsta.
or purple.
Purple?
Yeah.
Oh, purple's yeah,
Mace
buddy. Mace
man.
Windu.
Fucking maddest.
He's the best. He's my favorite character.
100%.
Who's one?
Actually, yeah.
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a gangster.
Yeah.
He is.
Such a
Um,
gangster.
yeah, I did a little
Is that the
snake.
only movie he hasn't said motherfucker in?
Nah, but he should have
What?
killed Anakin though.
Ah,
Yeah,
Rick
100%.
Area.
Badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's an interesting fact.
That he didn't
Probably
say
It's the
Yeah.
only
motherfucker.
movie that he is. Well, I mean, obviously he didn't say MF. You know what I mean?
Imagine
How's this PG
Yeah.
practice?
Killing it,
He
man.
didn't say MF. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But has he said it in every other movie?
Ooh.
BS. BS.
All right, hold on.
In the Marvel movies, he must not say it. In the Marvel movies, impossible.
Yeah, I guess
They
so.
don't go around saying MF in that
Yeah,
one.
True.
That's PG practice.
Alright, that's
also.
my bad. That's
He said it in Snakes on a Plane, though.
Yeah. It's
That is
M-
a movie. That is
snakes on this MFN plane.
practice makes perfect.
I started
said-
and I was
Yeah.
like,
I love how it's auto assume. So it's like these are the options I've started off with. Did Samuel L. Jackson ask for a purple lightsaber?
Yes.
Die in Jurassic Park? Just die. Serve in the military, win an Oscar, or write a book.
Love that. They're good questions. I hope my questions look like that too.
Oh, you
Timmy
should do
choose for a
that.
blue lightsaber.
It's like, no, it was bestowed upon him. Like, there was the
I've
only
actually
colour.
never Googled my did Timmy
Timmy
and
Temple.
then anything.
I wrote, is
I've never-
Timmy Temple? It just says tomorrow is yesterday. Timmy Temple lyrics.
Damn it.
Did Timmy?
You're gonna have to make some blog post with like all these outrageous things.
Yeah, I know. My
fans
fans
don't
only
care.
care about my music. You silly people.
care about
I'm fun outside of it too.
the most fun.
Lyrics.
That's a
I
fun
can
game to play
attest.
later.
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Timmy's a fun guy.
I
Well, the first time I met you too, I remember.
Go.
I just remember the first time I met you because I had no idea who you were, and I'm just. It was out the front of the St. Leonard's thing, and I can't remember what you were saying, but you were just such a smart ass. And I'm like, I go to Jamie, I'm like, is he actually good at music? And Jamie's like, oh yeah. Okay, explains the comedy. Because you're just
It's
ripping.
not, mate. It's not smart ass. It's honesty, dude.
No, it was great. But like, you're ripping some things where I'm just like, I have no fucking clue what this dude's talking about, but it sounds smart.
There it is.
Yeah, and I think.
Tricked them all.
Well, I
Even tricked Jamie.
yeah, I told you a few months ago, or like a few weeks ago. I was like, when I first met you, I thought you were like.
We were at dinner, dude.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
told me
Oh
that.
yeah, it was like last week.
Romantic dinner, and he's like, I hated you.
I was like, I thought you were a little bit of a dick.
Yeah, I was like, look at you now.
Yeah, love the dude.
Yeah.
Love you. It's all
It's
love.
mutual.
But yeah, and it's that thing. It's that honesty that we never get anymore. That like you're like
Straight
you are
shooting.
Yeah, one of the most straight
Hoot
shooting
tootin'.
people. Rootin'
Boot
tootin',
scootin'.
croc scooting.
I love the Crocs, by the way. I've been hesitating
have
to
a good
say
angle.
anything.
Oh, dude, I almost divorced Stacey over
I
wearing
did yoga
Crocs.
for like 4 weeks, so look at this shit.
That's good as paying
That's
off.
not bad flexibility.
Yeah.
I hope my instructor doesn't watch it, but
Well, she is an instructor.
oh fuck yeah.
No, I almost divorced Stacey over wearing Crocs. So
And
that's-
mine look like loafers, like the real cool ones. And
fancy
he's
ones.
still just
They're good.
Yeah.
Bring him back on and fuck him off.
Croc life.
Croc life. I will be friends with anyone who wears Crocs, I reckon. Some kid, actually a dad and a kid, ran a marathon in America.
No.
Right? Yes. In Crocs, right? And the kid came like 100% top 10. I think it was 8th. In all of like, this is a America-wide
Wearing Crocs.
marathon wearing Crocs. And his dad came in the top like 40 or whatever as
What
well.
a beast.
With Crocs on, and they were just like, boom, eat it. And then they tried to get a sponsorship from Crocs, and Crocs like, nah, we don't want to be involved in sports or affiliated with
Stick to
sports.
virgins.
Or yeah, I guess. And
Glowing hands.
yeah, glow boys. And yeah,
That's
why they
insane.
haven't sponsored me either. Because
Yeah.
I'm too sporty,
Too sporty, too athletic,
too athletic.
too furious.
Interesting though. What would you say their branding is though with Crocs?
Waterproof. Comfortable.
Is comfortable a thing? Is that
They're like walking on clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I-
good.
I think that's where their branding
Screw
is,
the,
though.
like the people. Do you know what I mean? But the shoes are excellent.
I think the where their power is they segregate people. Like they do, it's
They're
divisive.
polarizing.
Yes, they're
That's what-
polarizing.
That's what you should be with your music. That's
Everything.
why I wear them.
Yeah.
Because like this
Screams.
literally defines my music career. Do you know what I mean?
What, worn at the bottom?
It's hell comfortable. You can wash it.
yeah, love it.
You can wash it. They're cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone either hates it or loves it. And there's no one in the middle. No one's like, oh yeah, Crocs. They were like, screw Crocs. See? PG practice. Or I love them.
Yes. Yeah, love
You're
'em.
team Croc or you're not.
I
Interesting.
like it.
I like
And
that.
that's how you should be with your music. If your team, I
You
forgot
say
who
this
the
all
hell
the
you
time.
are.
Yep.
Yeah, if people forget your music or who you are, you may as well not exist.
Dude, I'm so
Yeah.
glad you're saying that because we've been saying that
True.
for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, in a few of the podcasts, I'm like, look, you have to be authentic. I mean, I've got a real beef with dudes that pose in front of Lambos that they've rented and
my
they've
gosh.
just scraped under budget.
Shit. Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, you know what I mean? Be authentic, but be divisive. Like, if you're like, especially in 2020, if you are yourself, you're gonna piss off someone. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, not everyone's going to like you, and
Yeah.
not everyone should. Like, I don't like lots of stuff, and I always like it. And people are like, "Oh, what do you mean you're happy for people to not like your music?" And I'm like, "Oh, let's put it this way, right? What do you want to get for dinner tonight?" And they'll be like, oh, whatever. And I'll be like, that's your favorite food, right? And I'll be like, what's the food that you hate the most? I'll be like this. I'm like, is someone going to say that's right or wrong? No, that's your choice. It's the same thing with music. People there's heaps of music I won't listen to often, or I just dislike listening to. And there's heaps of music I love listening to. That makes me me, and that makes them them.
Yeah.
And so I should be stoked that, they're either my team or not my team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because they're being them.
Yeah, 100%.
Easy peasy.
And there's a beauty in
Individuality.
that. There's a beauty in that, like difference of opinions.
8 billion people in the world or whatever. And I mean, like, even if 99.9% hated ya, I got crap math, but I reckon that still leaves you with at least 1 million fans. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Without a
Easy
doubt.
peasy. You just got to reach them.
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
That's the hard part.
It is.
That's
Yeah.
that's something.
The
that
noisy
you-
boys at the moment,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. How do you go about reaching your fans?
Reaching them.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting thing, actually. I try and build, pardon me, cut this, I'm going to burp.
Oh, let it out, man. Let it out. Let people see the real Timmy.
That was my burp. That was like,
Did you just swallow
Very-
a burp?
yep.
Oh,
It might be a vomit
It's gonna come out.
from last night. And, or this morning.
Fun, Timmy.
Fun to me. So with my fans, I try and I don't even try. I just treat them like they're my best friends and give them as much value as I can in
Yep.
the same way, that you guys give me and I give you guys, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
And so they don't run away, really. Like when they come, they don't get bored and leave.
Yep.
Because they're always just feeling like they're getting brought into my world because I'm trying to bring them in as much as possible. So whenever I do reach new fans, it's kind of like hot traffic, where it's recommended by someone else. For instance, like a friend might be like, oh, go check out TIMI Temple's blah 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 to a different friend, and because they've got some sort of rapport and trust, they're going to go ahead and listen to me. Then they realize that they either like me or don't like me,
Yeah.
and then they stay.
Yeah, cool.
Do you know what I mean? So it comes back around to being authentic but not worried about being polarizing also.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I could definitely pay to like reach more people, but at the moment I don't.
Yeah.
It's an interesting sort of situation. Like I've tried it in the super early days of TIMI Temple when I guess I was still a chicken and not completely embracing who I was as an artist
Yep.
and as a human. And like paying for sponsored posts to try and get videos out and this and that. The usual crap that everyone does where they're just like, new singles out, go check it out, go stream this. I'm like, well, I'm trying to demand, like if a person walked up to me in the street and was like, hey dude, buy my car, I'd be like, who the hell are you, go away.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas if his best friend was like, oh yeah, do you want to buy my car? I'd probably be like, oh, think about it. Like if it's, whatever, if I needed a car.
If you needed a car.
That's right. So I got to think about it like that with the same as marketing. Like you can't just start blasting these people and telling them what to do. So instead I'm like, I'll just bring them in and then they'll do what I want them to do because they want to do it too.
Yeah,
it's not
right.
because I forcing them to do it. It's because we just have the same wants
Yeah.
after a while. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, heck
So yeah.
Could you use, sorry, Jimmy,
Yeah.
could you use, because exploring this, you could use, social media marketing now, if you know how to access it, it's really fucking powerful. So if you had, I don't know if you're familiar with Facebook Pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tracking part.
Yeah.
So if you had that with your website, for example, you could then, after a while, if you direct the people that you like, that like you and like your music, if you direct them to your
Yeah.
website, you could then retarget lookalike audiences to find people like
Yeah.
that. That
But
could be an option too.
I feel like with across that sort of stuff and tracking like add to carts and all of those sort of things on a Shopify account, and it's really interesting with the lookalike audience because they say you can get it down to 1%.
Yeah.
But then these people are strangers. You know what I mean? Those lookalikes are people who don't know who you are. And then you've got to convert them in 3 seconds because they're not going to watch longer than that on a video
Yeah.
ad. If it's mainly Instagram ads work well
Yeah.
on stories. And they're not going to watch more than 3 seconds. So unless you've got some really crazy thing to do in those 3 seconds, I don't know if they're going to hang around. So, I don't feel like my content's kind of a long progressive thing. Like people know me because I keep doing all these small things. And if you just saw a random clip of, for instance, what I did yesterday, I was at a wedding and I wore Crocs.
Mad.
but if you saw that, you'd be like, I don't like if it was the first time you saw it, you'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And
I think
that'd be
a lot of people it still would capture attention though.
You reckon?
Yeah,
Because
you don't know.
Crocs at a wedding.
Yeah.
You know, and all that stuff would
Love it.
start. Yeah, but all that stuff would start accumulating too. Like you think, even those ads, like no one fucking buys the first time they see the ad of
Yeah.
anything.
It's like 6 times before you even remember it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's cool though, because again, that little bit of investment where you're now slowly warming that cold market of people who are more likely to use your stuff. That's where it can become more useful, because now you're slowly like nipping at their heels a little bit. And like, I think depending like on whatever the content is, because you are, you know, like you said, you are polarizing, which is a powerful thing. It's better than being neutral. It's gonna, like I said, like you said, the people who aren't buying it, they're gonna scrape right past it. But there's some people who are like, what the fuck, Crocs in a wedding?
We'll dig it. Yeah.
Yeah. It might even get people who don't like Crocs watching it and go, what the who would wear these at a wedding? Actually, music's kind of cool. Like that in itself is
Tying it together. Yeah.
It'd be a divisive thing. Like, I think I don't know. I feel
Watch
like
this space. Is
watch
that
this
what's
space.
happening?
You're gonna start doing ads.
It's like subtle Croc hints everywhere.
Sorry for everyone who starts seeing sponsored posts.
Yeah, do you... I had a question. Shit. Fuck. Oh.
Did your brain just
We'll just
fart?
beep all those out.
Yeah, thank you. Beep, beep. Yeah, I did have... Yeah.
Beep. Insert the Windows 95 loading.
Just loading bar.
Those are my favorite memes, I swear.
Would you
people
like
just
to
freeze-
install updates?
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, can you do,
So do you know what his question is yet?
No, I'm not.
Do you know the realm?
No. It's not. It's not.
Look,
not.
it happens to the
in my
best
head
of us,
right now.
man. It happens to the best. That's good. I'm making an actual note right
feel
now.
like
I
it's
am
actually
gonna do
be
that.
really
The din and then. Just do it on all of us. Like, just freeze frame it, even if we didn't freeze. Yeah. Make everyone look like a dingo. It's perfect.
I'm still trying to think.
A dingo wearing Crocs.
It's one of those
Yeah.
ones like that's the thing about dude. Once it's what'd you say? A dingo in Crocs.
A non-baby
dingo
stealing
wearing
one.
Crocs.
Yeah.
That happens though, man.
Yeah, gives the baby back.
Sorry.
That's
Once
an
your
Aussie
brain
history
checks
joke.
out, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. You don't know that my dingo stole my baby, do you?
No.
Nah. Don't worry.
That's what, yeah. Don't worry. It's
Context.
BS. Yeah.
It's the classic lie.
She killed it.
Zesty.
Ah, yes.
Got
yes.
it!
That's the. That's,
There we go.
That's the startup. That's the
Skip to
startup
this
noise.
moment.
With
We're keeping it
You put a
all.
little skip bar. No, as in like for the viewers, you can just put like a little
like that extra, like that marker.
Yeah, the marker. Skip to 308. Yeah.
Chunky realizes what he was going to ask this whole time. So
that far last time.
your fans. Like I feel like your fans and your brand are a little bit more like super personal. Like where I came to you for advice about my brand like ages ago, and you know we're talking about things like you were saying that my brand is more, and I still 100% agree to it. To this day, like my brand is more about my relationship with people. It's not like, like, you know, I put my beats up and people just buy my beats. It's like, no, people come to me for me. You know, it's like that personal relationship. Whereas maybe not so much the personal part of it, but I feel like your music and everything, like it's a much more like slow growth of a, you know, for you and your fans.
Yeah, it's why I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
You know, because I like it's growing, which is great, and it always has been. And the retention rate is, I don't have metrics to say that I've lost lost people because they just stay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just keeps growing.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is a good vibe, and it's just because of that value and entertainment, and the music. Like they like the music, that's cool. But there's a million bits of content coming in between releases, which is important.
Yeah, that's because there's something I always see is like you've always got content.
Yeah,
That like it might not be exactly for the music, but it's like in the same vein.
when you're real, like content's easy. Just just record whatever you're doing that day. Done deals. Like, because you don't have to fake it. You don't have to put it on. You don't have to plan it. You don't have to think about what you're going to do or script nothing. You just be like,
just do it.
well, people know that's what I do. Like, so I like, for instance, that painting thing again. I didn't need to, wait until it was finished or something to show it. People know that I show BTS. I show like work in progress stuff. And then so I can show it. I can show it at any stage. I showed actually the picture was a blank canvas.
It was just a canvas.
I hadn't painted nothing yet.
That is a work in progress.
Yeah, and I was literally just like, yo, what's up? Guess guess what I'm painting. Yeah. And that's my content for the day. And it took me a millisecond because I've already kind of primed my followers and audience and friends and fans and all that to know that I'm going to do something crazy with this thing. You know what I mean?
And that's true because so many people are so obsessed with showing the final product. The problem is that
that's one bit of content. You miss out on a million.
Exactly.
when you do that. And then it's one big explosion and then nothing. There's no like
There's
ramp
no
up,
build-up.
no climax, no nothing. Just like boom, listen to my song. See you in 3 months.
Boom,
Pricks.
listen to my
And
song.
not only
and then
that-
boom, listen to my song again. And it's just telling
it's
people
cool
what
going
to
in
do.
retro as well, like going backwards. Like, oh, cool. Like, this is your painting, and then they go, man,
They can
how
follow
did
the
you-"
steps.
like you can, because it goes both ways, like leading up, and then they can go back again.
Yeah, I did a cute comp actually. Like I made people guess
Yeah, it was cool.
what I was going to paint on this blank canvas thing, and I was surprised. Like a follower actually guessed that it was going to be a Mega Snakes and Ladders board.
Yeah, cool.
And this was with like no priming, like no cheating or whatever.
Yeah.
And I hadn't mentioned that's what I was doing. You know what I mean? Or
Did they know
anything.
about the song?
Not that it was going to be the next single or nothing like that. Like, I mean, they know about snakes. See, like, there's snakes
your
and
whole thing is-
I have snakes everywhere on my everything.
Snake Lord, mate.
So
Yeah.
someone guessed Snakes and Ladders.
Board, board.
That's
game.
Holy shit.
Yeah, fully.
Wow.
And I was shocked.
Shout out to that person.
I mean, a million people guessed snakes. Like
Yeah.
every single person was like snakes. And I was like, yes, that's correct, but it's not good enough. Like it was.
Yeah.
And then some people were like blue snakes, and I was like, also correct. and
Getting warmer.
And then someone was like a self-portrait, aka a snake. And I was like, okay, guys, yes, it's 100% a snake. But then so this follower actually guessed it. So then as a prize, which like I didn't have a prize, like I'm not like offering anything for these people apart from like comedic relief, involvement in a community.
Yeah.
But I messaged the person who guessed it right and was like, yo, I'm gonna actually paint her a mini board game thing,
Yeah,
like
man.
legit. You know
That's
what I mean?
sick.
So that'll be a
that's so
one-off merch thing that won't exist for anyone else. And like when I finish painting that, I'll obviously do content around that too. Send it to her, be like, take a picture with it, and then shoot it back to me. I'll post that, and then the rest of my audience will be like, oh, like let's get more involved in
Yeah.
this stuff all the time. You never
Yeah.
know when something magic
like
like
he
this is going to
actually,
happen.
like,
Yeah,
That's so
You know,
cool.
it's caring
Pulls
about
through.
the individual, one-to-one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah, because I mean, and this, a Windows loading moment again. This was another question that I was going to ask.
So you're on turbo boost now, bro.
Yeah, I've
It's
got
all caught up.
I've got like 3 questions that I want to ask
Yeah.
now. So like that 36 hours of updating is just finished. So you do a lot of guitar work for other artists and things like that.
Yeah.
How do you think? Because obviously, when you do those performances and stuff, you dress Temple, like you dress as TIMI Temple.
Yeah.
You don't change.
There is
brand.
no other dress.
There's-
There's
yeah.
just Timmy
Well,
Temple. Yeah.
But like a lot of people would maybe like.
Ask me to change. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do they do? Do people ask you?
I say no.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Hectic.
I say we'll get someone else then.
Yeah.
You know, because like I play guitar.
Yeah.
Heaps of people play guitar. But if you want me, you're getting me, not my guitar playing necessarily. Like it's the whole sort of thing.
Yeah,
So there's
100%.
there's the steez, but there's the vibe about it. There's the personality. There's the humor. And the artists that I work with closely and regularly have the same thing. They get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They kind of get
Yeah.
they get this thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And the authenticity behind it, you know. So they're just like, well, that's how they got where they are.
Yeah.
Most of these artists, you know, they don't
100%.
get there by being fake. So
That's cool.
it's definitely an interesting thing. Have knocked back some stuff, and definitely some people have like been like, can you not be so difficult? And I'm like, oh, like it's not difficult actually. Like it's a yes or no. It's
Yeah,
like you're
it's-
either okay with it or you're not. And
Yeah.
if you're not, then goodbye.
Cool, find
That's cool
somebody
too.
else.
Yeah, like I don't mind because. You know, it's like it's a job, really.
Yeah,
You know?
100%. At the
it's
end
a
of the
fun
day,
as
yeah.
hell job. It's one of the probably the best job there is.
Yeah.
But it's not directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I totally get that. That's why,
You
like,
got the power, it looks like you had the power of saying no as well, which a lot of people don't. You know, like they'll say
Yeah.
yes to everything,
Oh,
but they
man.
lose who they are.
100%. There's always means to an end, and I've done gigs at like Rudy Hill RSL. I've done gigs at freaking Whoop-de Whoop, and for no coinage
That's
too.
not a real place, by the way,
Yeah.
Stacey.
I was
don't know,
wondering, you guys have some weird names.
Let's Google
here.
let's Google Whoop-de Whoop for sure. No, but seriously, I've been all over the joint and done the run and done the dash, and I know the struggle. And yeah, sometimes you got to say yeah and bite it, but then you can, if you say no, like, you know that you have to like look elsewhere to do stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
you don't just say no and something else is going to come up. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. You can't just wait for things to pop through. So, yeah, I guess I'm in that position because I'm always, working and being and looking for work and etc. Making sure I'm aligned, set up, and if you're doing music like for love and passion, some people can just split it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For instance, like what I would suggest generally is probably just have a different job, like to do something that's not art or creative if you need to make money, and then you can leave your creative passion and fuel for your project.
Yeah.
So you don't burn out doing someone else's stuff. For instance, if I redid life, not saying I would like do this, but I mean, if I redid life as an alternate universe, maybe I'd do video, like cinematography for people for work, and not do any gigs and just do TIMI Temple gigs.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I'm sick at doing gigs, so I'm locked in on that. Whereas I'm crap at cinematography. So.
Yeah, no, because like it was always something that I like, because every picture that I saw, every video that I saw, you were still TIMI Temple. Yeah. Like, and I was always curious to be like, that's mad, because I'm the same thing. Like, like when I do gigs for people, I'll still rock my Chunkyluv t-shirt. I don't not rock a Chunkyluv t-shirt for somebody.
Yeah.
Even when I did bartending stuff, they'd be like, yeah, white shirt. So I'd wear my white Chunkyluv t-shirt. Yeah. Like, I'm not like, and that's a completely different industry.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, it's a white t-shirt. You didn't tell me to be all white.
Like, I took it to like a completely base level, right? Where my guitar, it's blue. Like, blue's my favorite color. So people already know that.
Yep.
They're going to see that. And even if I'm naked or in all black or whatever, they still see that. But I took it a step further and then painted snakes all over my guitar. So not only my guitar is blue, it's with snakes all over it, right? With snake covering the headstock as well, the decal. And so people know, like, I could honestly, anyone could use that guitar and they would know that's TIMI Temple's guitar.
Yeah.
100%.
And so I took it to that level where, it doesn't really matter if they say, you need to wear this color or that color or blah, blah, blah. You can make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you need to.
100%.
But I will always try and be like, no, I'm going to do me.
Yeah.
Originally.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mad respect for that too.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't that confident to get to that point for sure. Like, that's a rare thing these days.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm old. If I was 20, if I was an 18.
I like how he says he's old.
If I was
I'm older than
18. I just got good genes, dude. I'm like, I could be 40, who knows? Yeah.
Nobody does.
Yeah. No one does know, actually. It's an Asian don't raisin or something like that. I think that's a saying. I don't know.
What is it? Asian don't raisin?
Yeah, it doesn't rhyme as well as I thought it would, but
That's amazing though.
yeah, maybe it's an American, I don't know.
It makes sense though, like the wrinkles in the skin making you look like a raisin.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I will just be 80 one day and then be a grandfather, like hell grey hair and just.
That
I look
is
like Gandalf, but I don't know my version. Like Gandalf who went to the beach a couple of times.
That's mad. That's so good.
So because like this is obviously the third time we're meant to be catching up. The first time it was you just flew back from Thailand and then COVID hit, like bang. I think the week we were meant to do it.
Yeah.
Everything got shut down, locked down.
Yeah.
What were you were gigging in Thailand?
Actually, we were in Asia, and I was on the middle of an Asia tour with Cosmos Midnight. Yeah, and we had just played a festival in Jakarta which is in Indonesia, called Java Jazz Festival.
Mad.
Which was heaps cool. And it was my first Asia tour, I think, with them. Like, full blown, lots of different places and whatnot.
Yep.
And we were like 3 shows in, and then got the call being like, "You're coming home," and then end of chapter, Rooney. Yeah. And if we had landed back, so we got back on whatever Saturday, or maybe Monday or something. And by Friday, the rules were in, like it would be a 2-week, lockdown sort of vibe. So we just got in beforehand.
Yeah, hectic.
We didn't even know what was happening. Like I didn't know
I don't think
shit was
anyone
going
knew.
down at home because I was away.
Yeah.
I kicked it back because we had like 2 days in limbo where we didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
Staying in the hotel and we're just swimming in the pool. And then all of a sudden it's like, you're coming home, get on this late night flight. That's it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
End of chapter.
It did shift real fast though. Like, I mean, we'll.
0 to 100 a.
Yeah,
We were
it went
all
gangbusters.
joking about it, like, and then all of a sudden it
Next
just
week was
toilet
like
paper
$100,
fighting, and
yeah.
Yeah, $100 toilet paper rolls.
it was like, I don't know, like, isn't it funny? Because I mean, because I work. I mean, everyone knows I donate poop and I make money from it. So I come back, everything to do with health with them, like they're so over the top. Like you get a sniffle, you can't help them for like a week or two. When I came back in January, so like January, it was a China thing sort of, and everyone, the whole world was like, fuck, whatever. Even back then, I had to come back 2-week hiatus, then blood tests and all these sort of things to make sure I didn't have COVID. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, and then 3 months later, it's like the whole world turns to shit.
Yeah.
It just turns.
It's getting
so
worse too. Like I'm pretty sure in America it's still like on the rise, eh?
crazy.
I
It's not slowing
question the
down
numbers over there though because
because of testing.
well,
Less tests, less numbers,
that
less
is-
COVID.
I mean, look, he does have a point. You can't
He's
get
not-
tested if you
it
don't get
wasn't
tested.
wrong. It's like
No, but
there will be less results.
but the stats over there is it's like 2.8 million have it, have or have had it. That's 1 in every 117 people. It doesn't sound right,
Yeah,
you know?
that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, like you think if like my gym, that means that out of my gym alone, you would have like
2 cats have it.
like 30, 40 people out of our gym. We have a big gym,
Oh shit.
you know, but
Yeah. Oh, you mean all of the members?
like just the members. Yeah,
Yeah.
There'd be like 30 people in that gym alone who have
Yeah.
it. Whereas in Australia, it's like, I think the ratio of Australia, like 1 every 1.3 million people have it or something like that.
Crazy.
It's pretty hell low, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
A couple
Melbourne,
100,000 actually, probably.
Although Melbourne, yeah.
eat it.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Cook the goose.
But they're saying that all of them are coming from international traveling. That's the stuff I hear anyway.
Yeah, I think there was some sort of random community thing. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to keep track these days. Hey, like you get numb. Actually,
Yeah.
this is a sick point. Actually, like when it first was happening, everyone was interested. We're all tuned in and peaked on it, and now it's been going for like 5 months of the same crap.
Yeah.
People are bored of this content. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's the same thing as your own content. You got to
Yeah.
spice it up and keep it fresh. So
I mean,
it's
we had
like,
riots in America. That spiced it up a bit.
that spice it up.
Spiced it up and
Plenty.
spiked up the numbers.
Oh,
It's,
dude.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, like it's like, what was it? Because I mean, Stacey's obviously American, as you can tell. We're going through the visa process right now, and it's like, you know, she's there going, I'm trying to convince you to come to America. This is not helping.
Dude, America is like effing me so hard right now.
Sit, chill. I don't think no one's going anywhere till half 21. You know,
Yeah.
half 2021.
Well, the
For
problem
sure.
the problem is it's because we want kids within ASAP, and
Within ASAP.
yes,
Yeah.
that's a
Blake,
timeline.
Blake wants kids with an ASAP.
Oh.
Well, I ain't getting younger, and yeah, like she has to be. She's like, I want to be around my family. I'm like, well, fuck. That means we need to go to the lion's den then.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like that. That's what our problem is because like I can travel if it's for work, whereas she can't return to the country because she's on a bridging visa, and because she's on a bridging visa, she's not technically a resident, so that they're only letting residents back in apparently.
Oh, yeah.
And it sucks because I have a marketing gig that I like for content creation and then branding and stuff for Vanuatu that's potentially coming up.
Solo trip.
Yeah.
Well, she's part of the brand because
It's part
Oh,
of-
snap.
it's marketing couples.
I wear Crocs. I got pretty
You
nice
just
hair. I'll
only
give you a
show him
couple.
from the back.
Just in back shots.
That's not a bad looking back. After a wax or whatever.
Yeah, but that's what sucks because it's like this is like a job of a awesome job opportunity, which could grow into something. Who knows? And literally, I don't know. We have to figure out something where the government will be like, "Well, cool. You've gone to Vanuatu. There's fuck all people there. You can come back."
Yeah.
But how do you just call up the government? You know, like it's such a slow process.
It's definitely, especially now, chaos everywhere, right?
Yeah. Well, I feel like they're focusing on maybe less stuff now because my green card's been sped up so much faster. It's like the first section should have taken 7 to 9 months. It's taken 3 because they cancelled every single visa except for spouse visas.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. So it's like the only one that they're doing is ours. So now something that's taking 12 to 18 months might only take about 6.
Yeah.
So I need to find an American.
That's what I
That
said.
is literally, isn't that what Swear I said as well?
Yeah, Chunky said in Suarez one.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, so I should probably marry an American.
Now's the
Yeah.
time to get married to an American citizen.
Hectic.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I don't
is
know.
everyone
I
out
don't
there?
really want a green card, to be honest. Like, I'd rather go to I don't know, London.
is losing its appeal.
I'd rather go to London or something. Well, my music as well. You know what I
True.
mean? I've I got fans over there, in the States, but actually I probably have more fans in the States than I do in London. Maybe that's why I need to go there and just be like, what are you guys doing? Like, come to the Snake team.
You can probably
Snake
sell
squad.
a lot of toilet paper over there.
But
Probs,
honestly,
yeah.
even being there, your phone's GPS, like everything spikes. Like your content will spike over there just because of your GPS, like
'Cause it's
being
over
tracked.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is something I noticed as well. Like when I've stopped doing TikToks, but I'd post a TikTok over there and I'd get tens of thousands of views in like seconds, and I'm like, what
Crazy.
the fuck? Here
Yeah.
it's like the same video takes like 2 days, 3 days. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
That's nuts.
You need one of those. What's that bloody thing that
V-
changes where you are?
VPN?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be
VPN.
smart
I'm
actually.
such a silly person when it comes to like tech crap. I don't even know what a VPN is.
What is a VPN? I mean, I know
virtual
Virtual
network?
private network, yeah.
It just means like
It just makes it look like you're in a different spot.
yeah. So you logged
There
in
you go,
here,
Stace.
but you're
So you can
pretending
walk
to
the-
be in America
Gotcha.
or wherever.
So we'll do that when we upload YouTube videos and stuff.
I was
too.
thinking more of then you can watch The Walking Dead.
When you want to hit up that Pirate Bay, you
Yeah.
know, you just go to like Uzbekistan or something, and then get onto Pirate Bay.
That's it.
Fair enough. Yeah, because we
That's why
can't.
I-
She gets annoyed because we try and do Netflix here and stuff, and we even got to a point where we were screen viewing her computer in the US, and
Just
it
to watch
picked
it.
up.
Still blocked
But it
it.
still blocked it.
Oh snap!
Still
Nuts.
blocked
Just
it.
get a VPN.
Yeah,
Apparently.
will
They're like
fix
$5
that.
a month.
Oh.
Because you wanted
That's
we
not
wanted
bad.
AMC.
Even Audible. Amazon doesn't sell half their Audible books here.
Oh really?
Yeah,
It's
we
the
miss out on a
craziest
shitload of
thing I've
stuff.
ever
Yeah, some
seen.
weird licensing crap. Hey, it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's so
They
nuts.
should just be like, look, guys, the world is the world now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the internet. Everyone's got it. Everyone's connected.
Yeah.
Opening
just
up
do
the
it.
floodgates.
I can't
Let's
believe-
go.
I can't
I want
believe
to
they
watch
had it
Lord of the
for-
Rings. Stop
Yeah.
taking it off.
I can't believe
And then they complain that we download shit.
DVDs were regioned.
Yes, they were. But that was
DVDs had region codes on them.
Physicals.
yeah.
That's nuts.
Physical DVDs had region codes.
Because we had PAL.
Things, you know.
America had NTSC.
Yeah.
But just like region codes,
Yeah.
like on the actual disc.
That's nuts.
And like
brutal.
DVD players had region codes. So when you set up your DVD player, it used to be like, what region are you in? And I think
Yeah.
Australia was like number 4 or
We're-
something.
I think we're 5.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
something
just
Yeah.
just irrelevant information, really.
like- maybe we were. yeah, no, because I thought that was insane.
Yeah, but that's the thing that doesn't make
Crazy.
sense with the digital market now. It's like, how many times do you hear about like Game of Thrones complaining about how many downloads there were in Australia? It's like, well, stop fucking. Like, we live in an
Use it
instant
to your
world.
advantage. Understand how people use the technology now.
But like Facebook, like everyone knows FOMO, fear of missing out. So when your friends are posting on it, going, "Oh my god, I can't believe that freaking Vladimir killed his dragon of the sister," like you end up missing out, and you want to find out what Vladimir did to his sister's dragon. So you download the shit. It's very concerning,
Yeah.
and that they can't figure out. Like they're too busy suing people than figuring this shit out.
You should have just put it on Vimeo.
Yes.
Well, it's the same in music. Like, like streaming came because like the record labels the Spotify took over the streaming game because the record labels just did not think it was going to happen that way.
It happens every single technology though. Like when cassette came, they were like, "Oh, music's dead." Like radio's
Yeah, every
radio's
time it
over.
changed medium.
And then when it went
Yeah.
from that to CD, it's like, this is dead. Like cassette's dead, music's over now. And then it was what MP3 play. Like
Yeah.
it's like the
It's-
music industry is probably one of the industries that doesn't know how to adapt.
It's simply just a change of value. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's
So
exactly-
the
Yeah.
money. I mean, the song is now not so much the moneymaker, it's the advertiser. You know, so the song is what you use to market yourself, and then you got to figure out other ways to make money by using that song as your promotional material. Whereas people are still stuck in this BS world of you got to pay $1 for my song on Bandcamp or on iTunes or whatever. Like, no one's going to pay for it. It's free. Too late. Get more people to hear it and go sell toilet paper for $100. You know what I mean? Like, but serious. Like, in serious though, literally, it's gigs, and now we don't have gigs. You got to figure it out again. Yeah. And what's that? That's merch. You know what I mean? So
Do you have merch?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got a couple of different shirts and plates and mugs and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's right.
And
all of it.
That's
well, it's
so
just
cool.
like DIY though. So like with the plates and mugs merch, it's pretty much I buy blanks that aren't
Sealed?
kilned or whatever it is. Like you chuck it in the oven and you heat them up and do the bad boy thing. So I paint them first with snakes, and then I heat them up. Yeah, then you spray them, heat them, and send them off. So yeah, it's like some DIY merch, and
That's
everyone's
amazing.
different.
Yeah,
which is fun. Yeah, it's cool. And again, that works because of my branding. I'm sure if someone else tried to do it who had like a real schmick branding, people would be like, "Oh, this looks too kiddie," or it looks, you know, what I mean?
But that's the thing too. Like, you know, you've adapted for sure. A lot of people don't. Like when I hear people go, "Oh, it's not as easy to make it as an artist now than it was before." It's never been.
It's never easy peasy.
No, like if it was easy, like
Everyone would do it.
There was just
That's the thing.
limelight on the whole behind the scenes section, and like there was less on the day to day activities. Now you can see what somebody's doing day to day or see what they're not posting day to day. Whereas before, like you had no idea of what their lifestyle or what anything was like for them.
well, even that, like, you know, like even if you got a record deal, like, fuck, even when you hear people like, you know, Linkin Park had to sue their record label to get the money that was owed to them. It's like, so the artists, you know, they're still in. If anything, I was listening to a podcast about it, and there was this producer / music executive who used to work with he's worked with Dre, Kanye, all of them. I've got to remember his name. But he was saying it's actually easier for artists to make money now than what it was before, which is contrary. Like, I mean, the gigs, sure, there's not as many now. That's one part that other artists could have made money. But in terms of making money for your marketing, like streaming and stuff, you can put it up and then you market it and make money back from the streaming. Whereas an artist who was unsigned before that,
Had like nothing.
bro, you're on the side, you're in a
hard
corner,
pressed. Yeah.
hoping that someone who again walks past, who doesn't fucking know you, is going to give you $10 for your mixtape, and then you profit maybe $3 from that.
No, it's definitely a sick thing. The internet is a good thing for music. Streaming is a good thing for music. Being able to I got fans in countries I've never been to. Yeah, people I've never met.
That's sick.
And that's a thing. And that could never have happened 40 years ago.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And it could never have even happened 20 years ago. Like in 2000, that couldn't have happened. You know what I mean? There's no way that a random boyo who likes snakes and freaking the color blue can get fans in Russia. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just all over the random place. And so I'm stoked about it, you know, and you just have to learn how to use it and how to
capitalize.
How to turn that into a living somehow.
Yeah.
And I think, it's all just about, no, it's just all about continuing building. You know what I mean? So, pulling more people in, and then keeping the people who are already being brought in. Yeah, and that's that.
I'd say you're like the true definition of an artist, though. You know, like you're not. I wouldn't say like you're a musician more than you're an artist. Like you're an artist in every aspect of it. You know, like you create constantly.
Yeah.
Whereas when I think of a musician, it's like, cool, it's someone who writes songs. So like you've been able to monetize things in so many different ways by the sounds of it, you know, like, and you're pretty business savvy, which is something that we speak about all the time. It's so important because that's where I think a lot of this riff happens between the music industry, between the business and then the arts. Like, you know, a lot of musicians get really shitty because they get dicked in the business side, but it's because they've never really read up on the business side of it.
They've never paid attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so
I think I'm just a learner, you know, like no one's born business savvy the same way that no one's born being able to play guitar.
Yeah.
You know, you got to learn it, and it's one of the facets of being a creator or an artist or just getting through life is having some sense of how to, you know, do profit and loss and how to bring stuff in.
Yeah.
You know, so
Definitely.
I've always been someone who's interested, and it's a DIY thing again. It's just like I like to know what's happening, you know. So if it's, I don't know, I didn't even know what color theory was, and I realized it was something you were meant to learn in primary school or something like that. That like the primary colors, you know what I mean? or like, you know, red and green look shit together for a reason, you know.
Yeah.
And these are things I just randomly learn on YouTube because you can learn anything. There is, you can learn anything. Like I'm trying to think of a random thing to learn how to do that is semi-PG. I mean, like you could make a bomb. You could make a bomb on it.
That
on
was your
YouTube.
PG option?
Yeah.
I was thinking like how to paint a bear's nails or something.
Yeah, you can do that too, probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I've looked
there's
up.
so much
I mean,
information.
like how to cook teriyaki chicken. You look that up.
Everything.
Nothing. Anyone who's like, oh, I don't know how to do it, just means they're lazy.
100%.
Because they haven't tried to look it up.
Literally, it's Google.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
and
It
takes Google
exists.
a fraction of a
The
second to
internet
find it.
exists, and yeah, for you to use it. We got it in our pockets. Like we all got freaking phones here that are more powerful than what they flew to the moon with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then people
Do you think the
complaining
moon
they don't know
happened?
the stuff. Huh? Do I think the moon happened?
The landing of the moon.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Really?
Real deal.
Shit.
Easy peasy.
All right, he's on Team Moon.
I'm on Team Moon.
Are you on team?
CGI was not that good back then, dude.
That backdrop would have had to been flawless.
Yeah.
Conspiracies. Here we go.
There we go. I was together those ones. But no, you're very true. Like, what you're saying is very true. You are very true as well. Like I can see you, I can feel you. You exist. But
I am the same
Those
as the moon landing.
but yeah, no, because it's anyway. Because it's impressive / annoying about how many people now use so many excuses and they attach themselves to excuses.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't do this. It's like it takes time. Like, I mean, how many people have you had look at you and just go like, you know, oh, you just do music so easily. It's like it's so much fucking work. Dude.
Yeah. When you watch bloody Usain Bolt run, you know, looks easy peasy. You do something so hard so many times to make it look easy peasy. You know what I mean? Because
Practice
it becomes
makes PG.
second nature. It just becomes what you do, what you are, what you embody. And that's easy peasy. And I like that. When people say you make that look easy, I used to get pissed off, but now I'm just like, thanks. Because I know how hard it is, right? And once they try, they know how hard it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch someone do a bloody a muscle up or something at the gym, and you're like, or on YouTube, you're like, "Pfft, easy peasy. You know, then you go and try and do it yourself, and you're dead. You know, all of a sudden, you know, all those free dive people who can like swim a couple
Dude, they're
100 meters under the
insane.
water on their one breath, 6 minute holding their breath or more. I can't hold it for 30 seconds, you know, like, and you
Yeah.
try it, and then you're like, okay, it's hard. So everyone's just doing, you know, they work on their craft so much that it becomes
Thousands
easy
of
peasy,
hours.
easy
Yeah.
peasy for them. So yeah, I like it when people say that.
Yeah.
If they say like, oh, you look uncomfortable doing it, I would probably take that on board as being like, I'm not good enough at whatever the hell it is,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's having that long term thing was like learning something new. People we live in the now, like everyone wants everything now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instant gratification.
It's real, especially with
Generation.
technology.
Yeah.
It's happening now, and like, you know, your plane has a 20-minute delay. Oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
This is
You're
crap.
flying to the other side of the world.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, well, fuck, we should probably call back to those guys who created the planes and tell them don't bother.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Or send those people back to when they had to catch a bloody boat,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
6
Do you get-
month boat
Do you get
from
motion
London.
sickness?
On little
Boats?
boats, yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
I actually, it's really random. This is super random.
Love it.
I can like fish, no problem, on a boat and stuff like that. But motion sickness for me gets hit when I'm watching something that's out of my control. So like, if you're watching
Okay.
like, you know, esports is a massive thing, and people watch other people kill people.
Yeah. I get sick from that
on
too.
COD and crap.
Yeah.
That gets me sick. Do you know what I mean? That's hell motion sickness for me.
When you watch that,
When I'm
yeah.
watching
Yeah.
something else do it.
Yeah.
But when it's my own hand, like I can read a book on a boat, no problem. because I'm like controlling the book
Yeah.
and I'm doing this and
okay.
that. But if I watch someone else do anything,
Yeah.
like just watch someone eat opposite a table with me on a ship, I'll get sick because it's like I can't control what the hell they're doing.
That makes
And I
sense.
get sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
random.
Well, I had a new, very recent, unique motion sickness experience.
Yeah.
The new GoPro 8,
Wow.
it tracks. So like, say if I'm moving like this, so that it's not jolty, it sort of fixes it a little
Status,
bit.
yeah.
So if you're in the car, and you know how they do like the dash cam thing when you're vlogging or whatever, it follows the background. So as I'm turning the car, the camera will just start moving like this, but it's so smooth
Panning, yeah.
that as I'm editing it, I was like doing this shit. And I had to get up and
Getting
walk
all
it off. I'm
wobbly,
like, I'm
yeah.
about to throw up editing this video.
Yeah.
Because of just this smooth movement.
Turn
of
that
the-
off.
Yeah.
that's
Had
hectic.
to.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
But no, motion sickness, it's a real thing. It's not in your head.
Noted for Sherry.
But yeah. Her mum had the first time we ever met.
Mm.
This is like, so I haven't met the in-laws ever. And they wanted to go to the Great Barrier Reef. And I was like, yeah, cool, but I get seasick. And so her mum starts going like, well, Blake,
See
you know, motion sickness is in your head.
You're just a control
it's
freak.
a control freak thing. You know, it's just like kind of a little patronizing in her tone.
That's random.
A
Yeah.
little bit patronizing. Anyway, so we go to the Great Barrier Reef, and it had just been raining. Like it's storm water.
Yeah.
So like, you know,
Bit choppy. Yeah.
what do I see as I'm vlogging? Like I'm about to throw up, so I'm like still vlogging it. I'm like, there going,
In-laws vomiting.
I hate you. And like you see in the background her mum just go walking down, like getting assisted by her father, like by Stacey's dad, assisting
Sick.
Sherry, like holding on to everything. I like go out the back and like, you know, it's like when you're drunk, you do the tactical vomit, fucking sweet, not even the problem anymore. Dive in the water, love this shit.
Round 2.
Her mum was dead for the whole day and just couldn't do it. And I'm like, I go to Stacey, I'm like, you know what? For mum who said, for a woman
Did you
who
tell
said-
her it was in her head?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah,
also
good.
is afraid of flying. She's also afraid of flying.
Tell her that's in her
extra
head.
flight.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
She's no, Blake. It's not Blake.
And she's like super certified at scuba diving, and all of a sudden she puts on the respirator and she's like having a panic attack. And they go, "Are you sure she's certified?" We're like, "Yes."
It was the best. It was like just karma came down like a ton of shit. Just all over.
And she takes it so well.
She can't like because she knows like it was just that pretense of like semi patronizing of Blake. It's in your head to oh my god the whole world's falling apart.
I reckon I never say it's like obviously it's in your head. Everything's in your head. You know
It's a
what I mean? And
combination in
that's-
that though. In that regard.
But I mean like there's some heavy stuff can go on in your head. You know what I mean? As well, all the best feelings and all the worst feelings go on in your head. So it's like it actually kind of makes sense. Like it's in your head.
Well, seasickness
Yeah.
has like this biological and emotional response, like sort of teeter between the two. So it's the middle ear. It triggers it, obviously, as you know, and then
The balance thing.
yeah. So once that starts going, like I can slow down the motion sickness by just sort of like meditating out of it, like breathing slowly.
Yeah.
But then if I want to do my tactical, I have to work myself up into a panic, throw up, and then I'm like, all right, done. So because then it levels back out, and I go, cool. So there is like that. It is in your head to a degree,
Oh,
but the
specifically-
physical triggers it, dude.
Yeah.
That's mad.
But cool. So you got a new song coming out. We've touched on that, and
Rappity dap. That's so funny. So,
I'm just trying to think. Is there
sorry
anything
for
else?
the 20-minute combo about
No, don't
middle
apologize.
ears and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm all about some middle ears.
No, cool. Is there anything else we need to cover? I don't really know.
No, I think we covered shit.
No, cover like a good condom.
Some glow in the dark fingernails.
Actually, can you tell the people that are watching this,
Yeah.
Timmy? Can
Direct the barrel, this one, yeah.
yeah, down the barrel. Just tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe, click like, and stop being part of the 99% of losers.
Yes,
love it.
thank
Yes.
you. We're gonna do a random as well. If anyone is watching, we're actually gonna do a random audio only thing for 5 minutes. So make sure you listen to the audio version. We'll get you on for that one too. I don't know, 5 minutes.
Easy peasy.
Just shoot the shit. Maybe ask some pressing questions. And yeah,
I won't need to look pretty.
nah.
Well, you always look
Just
pretty,
sound,
so.
I'll just have to sound pretty instead.
Definitely.
My late night voice on.
That is what I tell you. I can't do
Smooth,
it.
what's it? 99.3 5.3.
Smooth FM. I'm just gonna be out of this one. All right, cool. See you guys. Audio only. Bye. Wait, so you can look at yourself in the mirror while you're having sex?
I look pretty good.
Love it.
I can't do it.